So, why did Tilray explode yesterday in the market? When you leave it to people, ask them that question, it's amazing that the opinions that they try to relate to that question, the answer that they try to give, the motley fool, they try to give you their perspective as to why so many cannabis stocks went up in one day. Now, for me, the answer is simple. Price explodes. Price goes up substantially once supply has been restricted and you don't have too much of that supply left, and then the market has to go higher in price because more people want it. And when there's not a lot of what people want, you can command a higher price. Simple. But when you leave it to the motley fool, look at this article right here from yesterday. They asked us this question: why cannabis growth, Aurora Cannabis, and Tilray stocks all exploded higher today? Why did all three stocks go up? Well, here's their reason right here. Okay. What about Tilray? As with Aurora, analysts polled by S&P were already thinking Tilray will report a GAAP profit in 2026, 3 years from now. But not like Aurora. These same people were already assuming that Tilray will begin generating some free cash flow in 2024. And if Aurora thinks it can generate cash profits next year, then might not this reinforce expectation that Tilray would do the same thing? No, not necessarily, because these are totally different businesses, different models, different partnerships, contracts with other distributors. You cannot try to equate what one business is doing with another. But this is what the motley fool is trying to get you to understand. This is why all three stocks went up. Really? Then maybe you can explain to us why all three stocks were going down. Also, here's another reason as to why they're saying that Tilray exploded yesterday in price. There's positive tailwinds coming out of DC, where legislators are moving to advance the Secure and Fair Enforcement Banking Act for a floor vote. Even as the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services pushes the Drug Enforcement Administration to reschedule marijuana as a less dangerous Schedule III controlled substance. Both of these developments are continuing to lift cannabis stocks higher as visions of marijuana legalization dance in investors' heads. That is something that's been talked about years, 2-3 years. They've been talking about how the U.S. government is going to try to legalize cannabis. There's already states that have done it, and the market in these stocks still went down. Look at this. So motley fool is trying to drum back up the thoughts, those memories of how once the U.S. government legalizes marijuana, cannabis, then that's just going to simply flood the market with a whole lot of money, and these cannabis stocks are going to shoot up 100,000%. We went through all that before, and now they're trying to say that this is the cause as to why the market in Tilray currently is going up. Really? No, the reason why the market in Tilray, in my perception, my thoughts, is because there's no more stock in the market. Like, this market has continually gone down. You can only go to zero. People who's been accumulating Tilray has simply bought all that they can buy. And once you take those stocks out the market, whoever holds the stock now controls the price. Simple. Because let's say that the market in Tilray, yes, it's trading at $3.34 pre-market, but let's say in the next month, price comes all the way back down to $1.60. What will the motley fool say then? Oh, the government is not going to legalize marijuana now? Like I said, the memory is already there. You can only fool the people so often. So they will have to come with another story, some other news to persuade and try to justify this is the reason why price went the way it went. And for me, I don't pay attention to that because I'll be ripping my hair out just trying to figure out, okay, what will they do next to try to justify price action? I just simply look at the money. This is already telling me that the market is interested in Tilray. Whatever the cause may be, I don't care, because that can flip at the switch. You guys can even tell I did a price prediction in Tilray back in May, and I was bullish into the market at that time, and the market still fell off a cliff. Now here we are today. Tilray is back up and past our ultimate TP price, right? So from May all the way until, let's see, August. Okay, a couple of months later, the market in Tilray ran up to our ultimate TP price. It really traded past it on September the 5th. And that would have been a measly 12.5%. So I got it right from that time frame, but definitely it wasn't right in the shorter time frame. Okay, so let's get right back into position without talking about the news, without talking about revenue and profit and gap and how long it's going to take for these businesses to make money. Let's just look at the chart, because ultimately we're worried about us making money and not Tilray, the business. Now, what's the direction? Already visually we can tell that the market here in Tilray is bullish, right? That's good. So anything outside of that, i.e. price breaking that trend line, then the market is now weak. Okay, so we need to figure out where is resistance, or where do you guys think the sellers are positioned, because this is where the buyers are. We will suspect and presume that this is where the buyers would be. So where do you think the sellers are? Well, the first area is here, the high that came in on that day, right here, February the 2nd, 2023. The next high into the market in Tilray, I would say would be around 450. No, let me do this. I'll say it'd be around here. Okay, so let's see how strong the market is in Tilray first. Now, 9 hours and 3 minutes, we currently see a push to go up bar, which is letting us know that the market is still bullish. And that is on top of what happened here. The market didn't even go down off of this day, off these 2 days. It still went up. And at the ending of today, if the market in Tilray closes at the high, then it still tells me that there's some gas in the tank, and that the buyers currently control the price action, and that they're looking to lift the market. Okay. Here it is on the 3. Pretty much the same thing. The idea is for price to go down once you see these type of price bars. And when it doesn't do it, the market continues to go up anyway. It shows you how strong this market really is. Now we got 9 hours left though, but if it looks the way that it looks now, especially if it closes at the very high of this 3-day price bar, then I will have to anticipate that the buyers control the price. Here it is on the 5-day time frame. Okay. What about on the weekly? 2 weeks, 3, 5, and the monthly time frame. Okay, so what do you guys think? I still think price is a little bit bullish. My only concern is where price currently reside in relation to the trend, meaning that we may be anticipating this market to continue to be bullish when we may actually see a fall 20% and then begin to reclaim those higher prices, right? So we can see the market come all the way down, continue to bounce off this trend to continue to go higher. So that is why entry also is important when you come in and trade and invest, because you might be buying it at a high price when the market in Tilray comes back down, and see these buyers are still there to lift that market going forward. That's the only problem right there that I see. Okay, but since I don't cover Tilray every day on my videos, we're going to take it from where the price currently is, and we're going to look for the market to go up. Okay, so now 280 is where we need to see the market really hold support, or alongside that trend line. My first target is around $3.60, which is 9.06%. My second target is going to be up here around $3.80, and it definitely may go higher than that, especially after we see whether or not the weakness and the sellers are going to come through. But currently, looking off these different time frames, the market in Tilray is definitely still bullish. I would just keep my eyes open on the earnings that's going to come up next month on October the 6th. All right, finito, you're up. Give me your thoughts. Welcome everyone to the channel. This is what we do. We simply look at price and price action to determine what the majority of the market is thinking, not one individual, not a couple of analysts, because they're only a small segment of the market when everyone else is in here trying to make bread themselves. So join me. Hit the like button, save and also subscribe. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.